everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Lauren and on this channel we talk about books. I have not filmed in like such a long time. It's been I think since September, but I haven't uploaded anything since before that because what I filmed in September was for October and that never got posted. So even if you have been on my channel before, it has been a minute since I have been active here on YouTube. So if you're watching this, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming back to hang out with me. And I'm feeling like re-motivated. I'm like, okay, we gotta do it. Like, get it together. So here I am with another video. I'm super excited. So without further ado, let's get into it. So it is Monday, November 24th. It is the last week of November. Like, how are we already in the last week of November? How is Thanksgiving? If you're in America, how is Thanksgiving this week? Like, where has this year gone? It's literally over. So this video, I want to talk about the books that I want to try to read this last week of November. I only have work 2 days this week. Well, 2.5 days. We work a half day on Wednesday. And so I am going to have a lot of time to get some last minute November reading done. I'm really, really excited. It's like the last minute stretch, you know? So I want to make it count. Because I am kind of behind on my reading goal this year. I need to read like 16 books this month and next month to meet my reading goal. And this month so far, I think I've only read 8 books. So I'm halfway there, but that means this week I need to read 8 books. I don't know if I can do it, but we're gonna see. We're gonna try. That includes audiobooks too. I'm gonna try my best to squeeze in like 3 audiobooks this month. We're gonna see. But physical books, this is what I have on my last week of November Thanksgiving reading stretch TBR. I think I have talked about this book on my channel before because it was actually a book I chose for like a monthly TBR. I have started it, but I'm only on page like 37, and I want to say I was reading this book. Yeah, this was my August book of the month, like the subscription box. So I started this book in August, maybe September, and I got to page 37, and I don't know what happened. That was it for me. I started reading something else, I guess. So I do want to read this book this month. I'm going to pick this book up tonight to start reading. Probably after I get the kids fed, I'm going to crawl in bed and read this book. Another book I really want to get to this week is Our Vicious Oaths by N.E. Davenport. I did get this book from Alorial, I think is how you pronounce it. It's another subscription box. This is my first time receiving a book from this subscription box. It's absolutely beautiful. This is their November book. You can it's kind of like book of the month. You can pick which book you want. I want to say there was maybe 3 or 4 options, but each book that you're choosing, it's like their special edition. It's not just like a mass-produced edition of the book. Now, every once in a while, Book of the Month does have special editions. Like, this is a Book of the Month book, and this is obviously a, special edition book. But this company, again, Alorial, I think is how you say it. I don't know. They are kind of like the Bookish box, where it's their edition, or like Fairy Loot or Owl Crate, where like they produce the cover and like they do the spines. Like, it's their edition of the book. The thing that's different between this subscription and the Bookish box is that the Bookish box, You don't choose what book you get. They just send you whatever their pick of the month is, which is fine. But anyways, that was a ramble. Sorry. This book I'm really excited about. You get a cute little bookmark that kind of matches the book that you're reading. So I thought that was really cool. This is an enemies to lovers. We've got dragons, there's a kingdom, a warrior princess, a vengeful king, there's fae. So sounded like something I really wanted to read. So I'm excited. And this is the November book for them, so I should read it in November. Another book I'm really excited to get to this week is The Damned by Harper L. Woods. This is the third book in, what is it, like the Cursed Bones, I want to say? Oh, the Coven of Bones. Okay. So this is the third installment in the Coven of Bones. I'm not sure this is going to be a trilogy at first. Whenever I first picked up the first two books, it was marketed as a duology, and then a third book was announced, which made complete sense to me because the ending of the second book, while it could have been the ending if you wanted it to be, I guess, it definitely left room for expansion. So I was really excited when I saw that a third book for that series was coming out. But I think this book is beautiful. The first two editions are really beautiful too. The first book is The Coven and the second is The Curse. And again, this one is called The Damned. So I'm excited to read this book. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about the series in general. Like, a lot of people think that it's like cheesy or drawn out or doesn't have like, it's not like an original thought, but I don't know. I really enjoyed it. So I'm excited to read this one as well. Another book that I have that I hope to get to this week is The Shadow Key by Susan Stokes Chapman. This book sounds really interesting to me. We have a physician that's been dismissed from his prestigious London hospital, and he has chosen to accept a mysterious offer of employment as a private physician to a rural area in Wales. Says Henry finds himself treated with suspicion by superstitious villagers whose belief in myths and magic he's inclined to dismiss. But when he discovers that his predecessor died under peculiar circumstances, he's determined to uncover the truth that leads him down a path fraught with danger. So I think that sounds really cute. There's obviously like a woman involved as well. So maybe we're gonna have like a little love interest, a little mystery, I'm not sure if it's paranormal or if it's just superstition, but it does say that this book is steeped in Welsh folklore and draws inspiration from pagan cults. So I'm a sucker for anything that has like folklore into it or mythology or anything like that. Like that just really, that's a thing for me. I really enjoy books that kind of like have that trope, if you will, dipped into the writing. So I think this one will be a really, really fun read. The next book I have on my little Thanksgiving TBR that is a perfect book because it is tiny is Fearful, the last novella in the Powerless. Is it a trilogy? Yes. Trilogy plus the two novellas. This is the most recent novella that has came out, and I think I don't think there's going to be any more additions to this story, but this novella really, really intrigues me. I believe that we follow Kit in the afterlife. If you've read it, correct me if I'm wrong, but the vibe I get from this novella is that. So I'm really excited to read this. I'm going to save this one for last because it is the smallest of the group. I think it's, 211 pages, and there's only like 3 sentences on page 211. So I'm going to save this one for last just because that's just what I'm going to do. So like I said, I wanted to get 5 physical books and also try to listen to 3 audiobooks. I am in the middle of one audiobook so far. I am listening to both The Will of the Many, which I've put on pause because that one's a little bit longer, and I have started Veil of Shadows, which is book 2 of Fae of Woodlands and Wild trilogy. I think there's only 3 books so far. I'm not sure if that's correct, and if it is correct, I'm not sure if there's going to be a book 4 or so forth. I am listening to it on Audible. So I just recently listened to the first book. I want to say maybe it was earlier this month, late October. I just recently listened to it, and my credits on Audible refill on the 22nd of every month. So once I got more credits, I was like, ooh, definitely want to listen to the second book in this series. I thought the first one was pretty interesting. It's not really high stakes. It's kind of just a fun, fantastical story. It's very easy to listen to while you do house chores, or while you're working, whatever. If you accidentally miss something, you didn't really miss anything. It's just very, I don't know, a very easy listen, a very fun listen. It's just very, very low stakes, just very silly fantasy, So, which I love, especially for an audiobook. Sometimes I can't give my all to an audiobook because I'm working. So especially while I'm working, I can't listen to something that really requires all of my attention, because most of my attention is going to my job. So little, fun fantasies like this are perfect. So that's what I'm listening to right now. I'm only on chapter 2. I'm on 7% of the way through. This book has 29 chapters, but I started it this morning and I only have 6.5 hours left. I will probably listen to this book. I will finish this book today. So that's really awesome. And then I will resume The Will of the Many, and I'm not sure which audiobook I will listen to next. I do have an audiobook in my book of the month that I've started but did not finish because of whatever reason, and that book is The Everlasting by Alex E. Haro. So I will probably resume that one. I've only listened to a few chapters of it, and I enjoyed it so far. I'm not really sure why I stopped listening to it. Couldn't tell you. But it was my November book of the month, so it's not too much time has gone by since I've listened to it, and I only have 13 hours left. So that's my plan. I'm gonna finish Veil of Shadows probably today, and then I will resume The Will of the Many, which I just started. I've got 18 hours left of that, and then I will resume The Everlasting, which again is 13 hours. So I mean, between The Will of the Many and The Everlasting, that's gonna be the week, yeah, because it'll probably take me 2 or 3 days to get through The Will of the Many, and it will probably take me 2 days to get me through The Everlasting. So that's 5 days right there. So yeah, those will be my audiobooks for this week. Alrighty, you guys, well that does it for this video. I'm really excited to get through these books. Fingers crossed, wish me luck that I get through all 8 of these books. I'm not super concerned about the audiobooks because that's just, plop in your headphones while you do things around the house and, let the wind take you. It's the 5 physical books where I'm okay, I have to create a schedule. I have to get serious because I've got 7 days and it's already Monday afternoon. So we got to get it together. Wish me luck. I really appreciate you guys watching today's video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. If you've read any of these books, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about them. If you saw any books today that you are interested in or that are also on your TBR, please let me know and we can talk about them together. That's always a good time. Well, thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!